What is up, friends? Takeover peeps, random person coming across this video. However you got here, I'm happy to have you. We're here today looking through an old alternative press that is AP Music Magazine. This was like the top tier thing for an emo scene kid back in the day. The 100 bands you need to know issues from each year were my favorite because I would literally page through and listen to a song or two by every single band that they told me was about to pop off. If you saw my old video months ago, I did one. It was with Sonny Moore on the cover. If you don't know who Sonny Moore is, he was originally the singer from First to Last and then went solo as Sonny Moore, and that one featured him for his solo thing just before he became Skrillex. Today we're going through the 100 bands you need to know in 2012. And I haven't looked through this one for a long time, so we're going to be on this journey together. Start off, new lower cover price. That's great. Cover is We Came as Romans. I said Roman because my cat's name is Roman, and Roman is one of the things we call him to be funny, or Broman. We Came as Romans. That's funny. Plus the Used, the Swellers, Brendan Kelly, and Ceremony. There's going to be some historic advertisements in here as well. We got a Volcom. Ooh, Rockstar Energy Drink presents the Blackout Forever Tour featuring Breathe Carolina and The Ready Set with special guest Ashland High, who is Miley Cyrus's brother, Trace Cyrus, if you didn't know that. Trace Cyrus was also the vocalist of Metro Station. We got a Lucky Street tour featuring Go Radio, There for Tomorrow, Tyler Carter, who used to be the vocalist of Woe Is Me and Issues, Simple as Surgery, and Tonight Alive, and Ivory Lights, it looks like. Vans Off the Wall advertisement. My Ticket Home. Okay, so this is an album. They were a metalcore band. Here's a little history for you. They were a metalcore band. There is an album that I don't remember the exact title of, but the cover... Okay, so this is a metalcore album by the band My Ticket Home. Later, they completely changed styles and released this album. All I remember about the cover is it looks like there's an oil spill on top of it. You know, where like you see oil on the ground and it spreads out and it's very colorful, like a rainbow, metallic, kind of refractory looking for you sports card folks. That is the cover. Don't remember the name of the song. But it's got songs on it, like it's got Ayahuasca on it. Place for My Head, I think is the name of one of the songs. There's the songs I like even better I'm not remembering the titles of, so it's funny that I'm remembering those titles. But they switched over to like a, much more grungy alternative rock sound. And it was really, really cool, but they left certain elements that had come out of the strings of metalcore in it. Anyways, go and listen to that album. I'm going to listen to it today, probably. Then we got an advertisement for Hands Like Houses, Ground Dweller, that album coming out March 13th, 2012. Not too late to hear it, folks. Jeans cover. The Used, Vulnerable. This is a Used album that I have never listened to, and I actually like The Used. Look at this, some old Paramore action. Looks like some like editor or readers writing in. This is a sweet tour that I'm so mad it's too late to go to. The Glamour Kills tour with the Wonder Years, Polar Bear Club, Transit, one of my favorite bands. The Story So Far, A Loss for Words, and Into It Over It, which is also a fantastic band. The Wonder Years are great as well. My Children, My Bride, that's a good album. These are some kind of... The cool thing about these is like you also see a lot of bands that like didn't go off have advertisements in here because they purchased them. You know, they might be on signed bands or on small, more independent labels. And it makes me kind of want to go back and like hear what they sounded like and see how far they actually went and if they went on and created any other bands. So that might be an adventure for me to do later. Fun and A Rocket to the Moon. Oh, do you remember these? Keep Abreast Foundation, the I Love Boobies wristbands. I know someone watching this had one of those. Ooh, here's a question. When bands reunite, is it ever as good as it was the first time around? 57% of readers said yes, 43% said no. Terror. Ooh, some slinky strings. Got some guitar string action there. Some bands I don't know. God forbid, and something else. I See Stars announces Digital Renegade. I think that might have been the album that didn't do so well for them. Make Me Famous. This band was interesting, and man, I think my brother saw them. I can't remember, but they were on tour with For Today and Skylit Drive. I did some tour dates with For Today back in my playing days. Look at that, Ollie Sykes. Shout out Bring Me the Horizon. Bring Me the Horizon's lead singer. He had or still has this clothing company called Drop Dead. And they would always be advertised in AP magazine. The Main goes on tour, Lydia. All right, here's where, oh my gosh, here's another artifact of time. Issued 2012, that makes sense. Nice bus pass. All right, so here's where we start the 100 bands you need to know according to Alternative Press magazine in 2012. I already agree. Anamanaguchi. This band is so fun to listen to. They have this song called Meow that will get stuck in your head if you listen to it. But if you've ever seen the movie, oh gosh, why did I forget? God, it's one of my favorite movies. Oh, Scott Pilgrim versus the World. Anamanaguchi does a lot of the songs in there. And on, I think, the video game, or maybe it's the video game and not the movie. I don't know. Ties to Scott Pilgrim. Anyways, Anamanaguchi is fantastic. Go listen. A lot of these other bands here. Counterparts is a fantastic band. They've gotten a lot of attention over time, have grown a lot. These other bands I cannot speak for. I've not heard them. Let me know if there's any that you see on the pages that you love. He Is We, I remember hearing of them, but I have not listened. Cherry Bomb, I've heard some music of. Compared to the other magazines so far, there's a lot of bands that I have not yet heard of. Bad Rabbits, okay, there we go. Skip the Foreplay, wow. Sounds like LMFAO, okay. Basement, that's a good band, especially if you're a grunge kind of post-emo rock fan, you'd like them. AWOL Nation, they got big, huh? An article on Breathe Carolina. He's no longer in the band. That guy's still going. They're a band that's had really cool longevity. Nice tour advertisement. Sea Haven, I'm familiar with. I do not know their music, though. Yeah, the last magazine, I felt like I knew lots of bands, and this one I have to say, I'm going to have to go back and listen. Okay, The Ghost Inside. Yep, know that band. Now. Oh my gosh, okay, this is a local band for me. Thank God they changed their name from Now Every Children, because I got sick of saying that. Now is fantastic. Like, if you haven't listened, do it. That's all I can say. Joyce Manor. Pianos Become the Teeth. That's a good band. Actually had them play at a venue I was managing for a bit back in the day. Probably around this time, honestly, now that I think about it. Or just before. Dessa. Sleeping with Sirens. Fantastic band. Okay, I remember Tonight Alive. Here's the piece on We Came as Romans. Ah, the Fire and Ice Tour. We Came as Romans, a mirror. Blessed to Fall, Woe is Me, and the color Morale. Oh yes, and then Make Me Famous being one of the ones to check out, as we saw on the covers. The It Boys. I don't know them, but caught my eye. Glass Cloud. I saw them live. They were the band made by the lead singer of Sky Eats Airplane, which was a great band, and then had members of the Tony Danza Tap Dance Extravaganza. They were really good live. I saw them with, was it The Chariot, I think? And then here's some reviews. Got that new Used album. All American Rejects album, Anti-Flag, an Impending Doom album. Every Time I Die for the X Lives album. Got 3 out of 5 stars. Okay. Mars Volta. Lady Hawk. Sharks. Modern Day Escape. My Children, My Bride. My Children, My Bride getting 2 out of 5. I actually kind of like that album. Oh, Now Threads. That's the album that I think for sure you should go listen to as far as Now goes. Start with Threads and then branch out from there. Say Anything album. The This World Is Ours tour presented by Escape the Fate, Attack, The Word Alive, Secrets, and Mest. Mest was on that tour? All right, I didn't know that. Kind of surprised I didn't go to that show anywhere, but I didn't. This is also maybe the time I was kind of burnt out on. I just like left a touring life, and I think I was kind of burnt out on shows. Not music, but concerts in general. And an advertisement for the Say Anything record coming out that year. All right, I hope you guys enjoyed that. I look forward to doing even more of these. I got to dig out some more alternative press magazines and also Beckett and all sorts of other ones. If you have any suggestions of magazines you would like to see me page through and find issues of, let me know in the comments. Peace and love.